Alright, so there we go. Now I got it fixed the way I wanted it. Basically, I had it set up. I still had it set for 1080p 30, and I really wanted it for 720/60 because, as I mentioned before, and actually now I've proven it with one of my vlogs that I kind of screwed up by accident. I left it set as 1080p 30, and it just doesn't. It zooms in on my face too much, which is okay, but I just don't like it as much. I kind of like the wide angle aspect of this particular vlog. So, again, I apologize. I know that Bluetooth quality could be better, and that's a product of, unfortunately, not using a Sena branded headset, which that I had mentioned, before about this, that it defaults to normal mode, which is what it's in right now, while you're using a non-Sena headset or a Sena headset that is in conversation mode. So more or less, you're talking to another rider, and you two are conversing together. Rider passenger or rider whatever. Rider to rider whatever. I was actually watching a video on YouTube with one of the people that I actually looked at their videos whenever I was looking at getting this, just to kind of see what I was getting myself into. And he said they were actually able to connect 7 headsets into one conversation, and more or less it just works in a chain. The first person starts, and then they just all connect into each other. And I guess the Sena, at least the SMH-10s, which is the popular motorcycle motorcycle headset. Excuse me, I can't think what I was trying to say. For motorcycles, obviously. So basically, it allows 2 connections at the same time. So I'm guessing typically, that's 2 Bluetooth connections, no matter what it is. I'm assuming. But in this case, they use 2 connections per helmet. So, the only problem with the way that it works is, and it's not exactly officially quote-unquote supported, but it does work. They've proven it. He hasn't shown it in a video yet, but they have proven that it works. And he said they've been able to recreate it every time they've tried it. But he said the only problem is there's a single point of failure. Whoever, for example, he did it in letters. So they had like A, B, C, D, E, and then F. And then everybody behind him, G, whatever, so on and so forth. So if F drops out for whatever reason, distance is too far away, it loses connection, act of God, whatever, then everybody behind him, G through whoever, gets lost as well. But somebody actually made a decent point of, well, if that's the case, and if there's that single point of failure, then would the last person that's in the conversation be able to connect back to the host, so to speak, and then just create a loop so there's 2 points of conversation. So if the one side fails, the other side can still connect. And I don't know if he ever responded to that comment, but that could be. And again, the only time you're really going to use something like that is if you're in a ride with a bunch of people and you've all got the same, you've all got Sena headsets, which they're becoming popular, but they're still not, mainstream, so to speak. Yet a lot of people, I guess, still use the, if you're out in Goldwing, you still got, the CB or whatever, and of course, there's other ones, that make them, the Scale is another one that makes the headsets for bikes, and those two, I think, seem to be competitors, I think, Scala and Sena. Well, I think Scala might only be in England, or not England, but Europe, I think. I could be wrong in that. I probably am wrong in that. But I know that somebody said that Sena is not in Europe, but Scala is. But at any rate, So this setup does work in the car. I mean, there's not, the nice thing is there's not, at least right now, there's not any wind noise. Got another windows down. But I did figure out that if you're using the, like I am, if you're doing something kind of like I'm doing with just a regular headset, that leave the mic switch in the back of the GoPro pack turned off. Otherwise, it's going to echo like crazy. And it's not a bad echo, but it echoes everything. Like, because, the other day when we were together, my family and I, we went for that ride in the car. I tried it, and it picked up my voice, which I figured it would pick up mine. I knew that was going to happen. I wasn't expecting it not to happen. But it also, because because we're in such a close environment, my parents were also echoed by it too. So, because they even picked up in my headset, which of course is on my head. Obviously, you can see where it is, but this guy behind me is gonna end up slamming into me, and you know what? It's his fault, not mine. A lot of people that get in a hurry, but anyway. So I know the quality isn't what I would like it to be, or what. It probably even sounds a little bit tinny, and I realize that. So I guess I still want to try it on the motorcycle, because I know, on the bike it's going to be a little bit better, maybe, because I don't know if the fact that using a Sena headset in normal mode versus using a non-Sena headset makes it any bit of difference in normal mode. But of course, I know that if you're using one Sena headset by itself and you can go into HD mode, then that's even better. But typically, in my application, I'll be using it with my dad, talking to him while recording, so we'll be forced to normal mode just like I am right now. But like I said, it didn't sound that bad. The guy that I follow on YouTube from New York, I was talking about briefly before, he tested both using just a single headset, both normal mode and what they call UHD mode. And there obviously is a difference, and it is a quite significant difference, but it didn't seem to sound as bad as, in normal mode as it does on mine, at least to what I think. I don't know, though. And for some reason, I saw one of my videos, I didn't have a microphone at all, so I don't know what happened there, but I doubt the pack would have died, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. Hopefully it didn't die now. It shouldn't be, because it should have charged at the same time, and I don't know. I'll have to... It's still a bit of a learning curve working with this thing, because you have to charge... When you plug it in, if the BacPac is plugged into the GoPro and you charge it, they charge at the same time. But I just never... I don't know. I'm still getting used to it, I guess. It's hard to test in a car versus on a motorcycle, because it's different environment, different headsets. Because this headset I know is not very good. I bought it for like $50, or no, 30 bucks. It's not the best headset. I like that it's voice prompted, though. I like that about it. I needed something that I could just use in the car to test with, basically. And it works. The headset works good. I like the headset. I just, it may make a difference with the GoPro pack using this versus an actual Sena headset, even in normal mode. Because I know before, like I said before, what I was doing, instead of using this before, I just took the audio that it picked up and I just amplified it a crap ton, which it still sounded good though. So I might I don't know, I may only reserve this for the bike. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of deciding. As an alternative to this though, I could, and what I might do eventually, because Sena's coming out with a kind of like a small headset kind of thing, or really it's a microphone. but it looks about the shape of like a lighter. But it's of course a Sena headset, so that would, of course, I would assume qualify it to use UHD mode with the GoPro pack. In which case, if I left it like in the cup holder or something, it might even be able to, work that way too. Or even just, if I can find a place to stick it, pocket or whatever. I mean, if you can put it in the pocket, I think that would just muffle it too much, but that's not even, it's coming soon on their site, but it's not been formally, launched yet, I guess. So that could possibly be another option to use, in this application. Because, on the bike, you've already got Sena headset, so that's, you're only using one, and you got HC mode, but hopefully in a firmware pack they actually upgrade it where you can, with Sena headsets at least, because that would make the most sense. Excuse me. But you can use UHD mode with multiple headsets that are Sena. Like I said, that would make the most sense. But I know they haven't really even launched a firmware upgrade for this yet. It's still the stock firmware, or I should say the firmware. Of course it's stock. I mean it's just the original shipped firmware. It's not. They haven't updated anything yet that I know of, or that I can find on our site anyway. I'll be alright all the time. Still be early, which is good. That's what I want her to see, what I want her to do. I don't like rolling into places right at time I'm supposed to be there. I like to be a few minutes early at least. And especially not late if I can really help it, obviously. So guess we'll see what happens. I was gonna say, Bird, you're gonna die if you don't move. Bird seen in the parking lot like they own the place, and then they wonder when they're gonna get hit by a car, what happened? Crap, I'm gonna have to pull up. Really, I'm not this bad at parking. I just couldn't decide where I wanted to back into at the moment. That's a little better. I wanted to try and park in the shade if I could help it. So, let's see what time we have here. Oh, 7:20, heck yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna sit here in the car for a few minutes. Just kind of chill a minute or two. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and at least stop this part here for now. Today, I didn't mention this on the way down here, I didn't think about it until just now. Today is Wednesday, of course, when I'm recording this. So basically, today is, tonight I have my golf class. The first one actually on the course, so this should be interesting. So, I think my plan right now is, because I work till 3:30, and to try and go home, I end up getting home at like 4:10 or 4:15, or even 4 o'clock, and then I gotta be, at Spring Grove in basically an hour. So to me, it didn't seem like to make a whole lot of sense to try and rush home and then rush out there, from the house. I mean, because from the house it ain't that far, but, The only problem is from here I got to fight with 30 the whole way. And let me see what it is. I gotta look and see what that address is. Because basically it's probably gonna be like 20 minutes or a half an hour, and I'm just not sure. Just not sure what it's gonna take to get out there, and I just don't want to. You know, I don't. Again, you know, it's speaking of what I was just said a minute ago. I don't like being late, so I'm gonna have to take a look here and see where it is and how far it is and all that, and then just figure it out. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here for now. Probably come back when I'm leaving to go to class. And then, of course, I won't bring him out in the course because, A, it's possibly supposed to rain, and B, plus he probably wouldn't really appreciate that too much. If it was just me golfing, that'd be one thing, but besides, I don't really have a proper way to mount the GoPro yet with golfing. I'm just kind of getting into the sport. I mean, I kind of like it, but I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to do like constantly, or if it's just for this class. I may do it. I don't know. So we'll see. But I'll see you guys later, and have a good day. Even though you'll be back with me in a minute, basically, probably. But see you guys later.